when we are engaged and absorbed in hearing and speaking about the glories of divine couple, Mahaprabhu, then they are even more pleased. Then also they remain very happy to be listening to their own glories. So it always brings special pleasure to the divine couple, Mahaprabhu. So we can follow Ragam or Goe, path of spontaneous devotion, loving devotion. They become so pleased with that also. When we break some regulation for their pleasure, in their interest, they become even more pleased. Vandeham Siguro Srijutao Padakamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Sri Rupam Shagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Sri Vishakhanvitam Vande Guru Nisha Bhakta Nisha Misha Avatarakam Tat Prakasham Tat Shakti Krishna Chaitanya Sangakam Vande Guru Padadandam Bhakta Vrinda Samanitam Sri Chaitanya Prabhu Vande Nityananda Sahoditam Sri Nandanandanam Bande Radhika Charana Dvayam Sri Nandanandanam Bande Radhika Charana Dvayam Gopi Jana Sama Yuktam Vrindavano Manohar Guravi Gaura Chandra Radhikaya Stadalaya Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tad Bhaktaya Namo Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Sri Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. All of you please. Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Offering my most respectful obeisances unto the lotus feet of all their divine graces, my Guru Pada Padma, Srila Prabhupada Padma Shapasha Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada, Shamasta Rupa Nuga Guru Varga. I am humbly praying for their divine mercy, for their benevolent grace and mercy be bestowed upon me, bestowed upon all of you, the good hearts assembled here.
Donc j'offre mes hommages les plus respectueux à mon Guru Maharaj et à tous les Guru Vargas, et à tous les dévots. Et je prie pour leur miséricorde, pour tout le monde.
All glories to my Guru Father, Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, Saraswati Goswami Thakur Prabhupada, Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Goswami Maharaj Bhakti, Pramoda Puri Goswami Thakur, Bhakti Puri Goswami Thakur. All glories to all our Rupananga Guru Bhakti. Please be gracious on us, merciful on us.
Donc, toute gloire à Srila Prabhupada, gloire à Srila Prabhupada Goswami, et puisse-t-il être miséricordieux envers nous tous.
All glories to Shaparshat, Jagat Guru Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada, along with all his beloved associates.
Gloire à Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati et à tous ses associés éternels.
So the very nature of Krishna Katha, Radha Krishna Katha, Gaura Katha, is simply infinite. You can start any topics of the infinite glory from anywhere and merge into endlessness. So,
donc toute Gaura Katha, Radha Krishna Katha, c'est illimité et on peut commencer
n'importe où.
Sans jamais finir. C'est illimité.
So I'm thinking from where to start, where to end.
Où commencer, où finir.
We have to be beginning somewhere about narrating the glory of the Supreme Lord, who is beginningless, who is simply beginningless. And we have to somehow end, temporarily stop narrating his glories. Okay. So who is endless, in endlessness. So such is the nature.
Donc, d'une manière ou d'une autre, nous devons commencer à parler des gloires du Seigneur qui sont illimitées et nous devons mettre une halte à notre discours, bien qu'il soit illimité.
So something spontaneously coming in my mind this evening that which will also be beneficial for also. It will be also very beneficial for all of us, the devotees who are sincerely engaged in sadhana, cultivating life of Krishna consciousness. Some topics come in my mind.
Donc ce soir, j'ai une inspiration qui sera certainement bénéfique pour nous tous ici.
Often the questions, one of the common questions, very common questions of many sincere devotees, good-hearted devotees, that how to keep ourselves engaged in Krishna consciousness, because our mind is running everywhere. Okay, so due to situational reason, we always remain so scattered, diverted from Krishna consciousness. How to stay focused, truly engaged, keep our mind and heart in Krishna consciousness and flow. So it's a common question.
C'est une question qui revient pertinemment par les dévots sincères. C'est comment rester conscient de Krishna malgré le mental qui s'est diverti. Les turbulences du mental. Comment est-ce qu'on peut rester focus dans la conscience de Krishna?
The answer to such question will be very beneficial for the devotees who are still sadhaka, on the sadhana level, neophyte devotee like me. So it will be beneficial to following the directions given by Krishna, following the beautiful directions given by Lord Krishna in Bhagavad Gita, in Srimad Bhagavatam. How to remain focused on Him, how to stay engaged in His divine consciousness, in His connection, how to be living our lives with Him. Okay, in this mundane plane of existence, with so much distractions everywhere.
Donc pour ceux qui suivent une sadhana, la réponse peut être bénéfique. Voilà, la réponse sera certainement bénéfique, qu'il nous faut écouter les conseils de Krishna.
Comment être engagé tout le temps.
Voilà, comment être engagé constamment.
There is a precise, very substantial, essential way to keep us engaged, keep us absorbed in Krishna consciousness. And that is, Radha Krishna consciousness. And that is willingly, deliberately, willingly keep on insisting on some attractive feelings about Krishna in my mind and heart. Keep on insisting. Suppose you find a beautiful portrait of Krishna, so beautiful, your mind and heart gets attracted. Keep on insisting on that feeling, try to continue that. Then it will be happening more.
Donc il y a une essence pour rester conscient de Radha et Krishna, c'est de trouver une chose qui nous attire et quelque chose par exemple qui va invoquer en nous certains sentiments. Donc ça peut être une belle photo de Krishna qui nous attire et donc il faut insister sur ce point-là. Il faut le répéter et y insister pour que... Voilà.
There's some beautiful ways of cultivating some taste in Radha Krishna consciousness, Mahaprabhu consciousness. Some beautiful ways are recommended. Yes.
Et donc il y a de très belles manières qui sont recommandées pour développer justement cette conscience de Gauranga et Radha et Krishna.
One of the effective ways on the primary plane, neophyte plane of the sadhanas, somehow or other, jeno teno prakarena, somehow or other, just make a start, have a starting point, make a start in cultivating some attractive feelings about Krishna, Radhika, either through remembering their Leela or looking at beautiful portrait, singing, listening to the sweet devotional songs, reading about them. Somehow you put your mind and heart and keep on insisting, okay, it will be developing more. So somehow we have to make a very deliberate start with some deep feelings, okay, like it's a yogic process.
Donc pour le sadhaka, le néophyte qui pratique sa sadhana, il y a une méthode qui est de absorber son mental avec sentiment dans une image de Krishna ou alors écouter des kirtans, des bhajans et lire aussi. Donc d'une manière ou d'une autre, il faut insister et pratiquer ces choses qui invoquent, ces pratiques qui invoquent des sentiments en nous, de dévotion, des sentiments de dévotion.
Cultivation means cultivation. Sadhana means cultivation. That we have to be willing, we have to willingly cultivate. We have to make some good start deliberately. Like sometimes we do not want to do many things. We do not want to wake up from sleep. We do not, want to do some healthy things. But we have to make ourselves, motivate ourselves to do that. Once we start doing it, then we flow. Then we start flowing with it nicely and manage nicely and enjoy some good result from that. But at the starting point, until and unless we put ourselves applying little healthy pose, with the application of little healthy pose, nothing happens. So, making a start is a vital thing of this sadhana. Somehow or other, jeno teno prakareno manah krishna niveshayati.
Donc délibérément, avec volonté, il faut avoir un début, un commencement. Donc des fois on ne veut pas se lever le matin, ou etc. Mais avec volonté, délibérément, il faut mettre en œuvre ces pratiques dévotionnelles avec consistance et continuité.
Happens in our life. We don't, sometimes those who have insomnias, they cannot easily fall asleep, but you have to be motivating yourself. When one is motivating yourself, let me sleep, some point falling asleep. But if you are very worrying so much, how can I sleep? Oh, I cannot sleep, then it will make you more sleepless. Rather, be calm, be quiet, be in a positive frame of mind, have positive thoughts, just try to be peaceful and just let me sleep. At some point you fall asleep.
Et en fait, c'est comme par exemple une personne qui souffre d'insomnie. Si elle se tracasse à ce sujet, je ne peux pas dormir, je ne peux pas dormir, je ne peux pas dormir, en fait, ils ne vont jamais pouvoir dormir. La solution est très simple, c'est juste d'être relax et de dire je dors, tout va bien. Et petit à petit, sans se tracasser, sans être en anxiété à ce sujet, eh ben, le sommeil il va nous envahir naturellement.
Sometimes, I'm using some practical examples how it works. Suppose engaged, heavily occupied by different works and everything, feeling hungry, hunger getting lost almost, then you no more feeling hungry. Then, but you need to eat something. But then at some point when you look at some very delicious food, your appetite comes, saliva starts secretes. As you focus on some delicious food, oh, I need to eat. But as long as you remain inattentive to that, don't connect to that, you don't feel so much that feelings, that eagerness of eating delicious food. But as you connect to it, look at that, smell it, yeah, it's so delicious, prasad, I must eat. Automatically saliva secretes and you feel it, start eating, then you want to eat more. It's happening. But before that, it may not happen that way. Appetizing role is not there. As soon as you connect to that word, focus, it starts happening naturally.
Donc Maharaj dit qu'il utilise des exemples pratiques. Il donne un autre exemple aussi, c'est par exemple des fois on peut être complètement absorbé, engagé dans une activité, disons. Et donc du coup on est tellement absorbé qu'on oublie de manger. Mais en fait c'est important de manger. Mais dès le moment où on va regarder, du coup on va poser notre regard sur de la nourriture délicieuse, naturellement le corps, spontanément le corps va produire de la salive. Et donc l'appétit va commencer à jaillir en nous. Et donc on commence à manger et là plus on mange et on développe un appétit pour le Krishna Prasad.
Suppose in a normal way, you don't feel like taking a massage. Not really, because you're not paying your attention to that. You're just staying, okay, as usual. Suppose you start giving you a little massage. You feel so good. Oh. Then you realize, I need this. It feels so good. I need some massage. Oh, feels so nice. So you make a start. Then you get into that feelings. But unless you make a start or you don't pay any attention, although that feelings is there, still it's not there. You cannot connect.
Donc voilà, je donne un autre exemple. Par exemple, on n'est pas connecté avec le bien que nous fait par exemple un massage. Mais dès qu'on commence à recevoir ou se donner un massage soi-même, on réalise « Oh, ça me fait tellement du bien ». Donc en fait, l'important c'est de connecter avec la pratique dévotionnelle en fait. Qui est ensuite, c'est d'avoir un début, un commencement et après ça se déroule tout seul, se développe tout seul.
Just choosing some simple examples. You all can taste now. If you start giving you massage, you'll enjoy it. Feel, I need it. But until and unless you make a start, you don't have that need.
Donc si vous débutez pas, commencez pas à vous donner un massage à vous-même sur le visage, admettons, eh bien vous ressentez pas le besoin. Donc c'est pour ça c'est important de faire un début, d'avoir un début, un commencement,
Many
de
things in
commencer.
life like that. In the beginning, if you start doing pranayama, you don't like it. What is a big deal of breathing in, breathing out? At some point, when you continue with it, and you know how to do, know the earths, and proper mind setup of how to be doing pranayama. Some point you can be attached with that. You receive some very pleasant sensation from the act of pranayama. Yogis remain so much attached with that for hours and days, receiving some specific pranic energy from the air through the pranayama. Okay, because every time we breathe out, we give up, reject at least 60% of the oxygen out with the carbon dioxide. So through process, anyway, I don't want to go into pranayama, just giving you examples.
Donc voilà, je donne un autre exemple, par exemple l'exemple de s'adonner à la pratique du pranayama. Au début, on n'a pas envie, aucun plaisir, c'est pas facile. Mais plus on le fait et plus on réalise les bienfaits que cela nous apporte. On inspire en fait, on intègre de l'énergie pranique et ça nous fait du bien. Et en fait, les yogis, eux, ils font ce genre de pratique sans jamais en finir en fait. Maharaj dit, bon, je ne vais pas rentrer dans les détails des bienfaits du pranayama, mais c'est pour donner un exemple.
World of meditation also like that. One can derive so much pleasure, so much happiness, bliss from the world of divine meditations, devotional meditations. But one has to know the arts of how to do, arts of how to be living with the higher world of higher divine meditations. Once one can connect to that, when it clicks, connects, some blissful experience comes in life. Normally, we cannot be sitting some meditation for a long time because nothing is happening, it's boring and monotonous, very boring and monotonous. But once we can connect to it, once it starts happening, it becomes so attractive, yogis don't want to get up. They want to go on and on for hours, days and months, sitting in the same posture, receiving some ambrosial experience from the higher plane of the meditation, plane of super soul.
Donc voilà, je donne un autre exemple. Par exemple, les yogis qui s'adonnent à la pratique de la méditation, ils peuvent en fait s'adonner à cette méditation sans plus jamais en finir et sans avoir une satiété. Pourquoi ? C'est parce qu'ils reçoivent une ambroisie de pouvoir atteindre des sphères supérieures à travers leur méditation.
See how long a person can be sitting in one place? Normally cannot be. To be boring, paining, everything, but the way yogis do, practically they do continue the same Siddhasana posture for days, months.
Et en fait, c'est pas facile de rester assis sans bouger comme ça. Et pourquoi les yogis peuvent le faire pendant des journées entières, même des mois entiers?
And that's reality. That's reality. Although you do not find great numbers, that kind of yogi, but it's a reality. Okay, very happily, blissfully sitting in the same posture absorbed for days and months. So, they receive something unless and until they continue to be receiving some great taste in that. No one can be doing in an artificial way, sitting in the same place for months, for days and months, at least for the days.
Et donc, c'est un fait, c'est une réalité. Et on voit, en fait, il n'y en a pas énormément, mais les yogis qui arrivent à pratiquer, c'est de rester assis pendant tellement longtemps, c'est parce que justement, ils le goûtent un goût supérieur.
Why am I giving you so many examples? Why am I giving all these examples? Just to explain that while we are learning the special arts, devotional arts of living absorbed in Krishna consciousness, living with Krishna consciousness, living our life in Krishna consciousness, with Krishna consciousness, then we can also become very successful to stay more absorbed, more engaged, more devoted in that world of sweet, loving devotion, devotional service to Radhika Krishna. It is also possible.
Et donc Maharaj dit pourquoi, et pensez-vous qu'il vous donne tous ces exemples? C'est pour faire comprendre l'importance de la science, en fait, de l'art de la conscience de Krishna. Comment rester tout le temps absorbé dans les sentiments dévotionnels envers Radha et Krishna.
So, instead of living our life in a more casual way, casual, conventional ways, we can also, through our special motivation, special self-motivating process, self-motivations, we can also be living a special devotional life in Krishna consciousness. It is possible, but we have to be motivating ourselves accordingly, continuously through insistence. It's not that just trying to motivate in this moment and next moment I forget. Continue trying to motivate, at least keep on trying and trying. Trying will be, sincere trying will be converted into a success, bringing successful result at some point. That is called cultivation.
Donc, ce que ça veut dire de cultiver la conscience de Krishna, ça veut dire avec sa volonté de manière continue, c'est de s'adonner à certaines pratiques, comme de se souvenir de Krishna, pas qu'on se souvient de Krishna à un moment et l'autre moment non. Il faut que ça soit continu. Et si on le fait, eh ben, naturellement, c'est scientifique, il y aura un résultat.
So motivating ourselves in a very highly healthy way, meaningful, divinely meaningful way is very much required. I repeat, conscious process of conscious motivating, consciously motivating ourselves. So it becomes very beneficial.
Donc il faut se motiver avec conscience, consciencieusement, il faut avoir la volonté pour se motiver.
Just as I know, all of you good hearts are paying attention to what I am explaining, okay, and you are hearing. I respect that, I can feel into that. But if I continue repeating it, I know you'll all be tired, so I'll go to the next phase.
Le Maharaj dit, il sent bien, il voit bien que tout le monde est absorbé et tout le monde écoute de manière avec une attention soutenue. Mais s'il continue à élaborer sur ce même point, peut-être on va perdre notre attention. Attention, oui. Et donc Maharaj va aller au point suivant.
Are questions possible on this point before we move on to the next?
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Because I know I am in the, how to say, almost starting phase, just making background work. I have not yet gone deeper or higher. Okay, please, let me hear your question.
Maybe it's a side issue, but it came, for me it was obvious that you used one of the example of the yogi who experiences ambrosia by sticking to his meditation for hours on end.
Mm-hmm.
But is there a reason why you wouldn't, for example, take the example of devotees who chant 2 hours every day? are they experiencing ambrosia? And if not, why not? Why the yogi are experiencing, but we are not? That's a question that is pretty much related.
I will come to that point.
I translate for the translator.
Okay, sure.
Donc, Prabhuji, il pose une question. Il dit, je me pose la question, pourquoi vous avez choisi particulièrement de donner l'exemple des yogis qui restent des heures à méditer parce qu'ils goûtent une ambroisie, et pourquoi pas utiliser l'exemple de dévots qui peuvent rester assis pendant des heures à chanter les Saints Noms. C'est bien ça?
Oui, est-ce qu'ils expérimentent ce goût?
Ne goûtent-ils pas aussi un genre d'ambroisie, un goût?
Et s'ils ne l'expérimentent, pourquoi pas?
Ah voilà. Et s'ils ne... Bon, ça y est, c'est pour ça.
Precisely answering your question, good question, very practical question. Precisely answering to this, that number one, many of us, many of the devotees, they do not really know the arts, living arts of how to be absorbed in chanting of the holy names. Number two, they do not consciously know how to connect, how to be entuned with certain specific frequencies of the world of Shabda Brahma, divine sound vibration, devotional sound vibration. So it is very much required to be specially motivated according to one's own intrinsic taste, spiritual taste, to be entuned to a certain frequency. There are different frequencies, dimensions of connecting with the world of chanting or singing the glories. So that is required. But because we are not able to do that, like for examples, each and every holy name is full of the great meanings, glorious meanings, not just name. Now, but like we forget that after all we are chanting the holy name of the Lord. We lose that. We often lose our focus to feeling into it, that after all I'm chanting the holy name of the supreme divine truth. It's not ordinary sound. We just become casual and become formal and keep on chanting, but feeling is not there, entunement of certain feelings absent. I know I'm getting longer, so but you can.
I forgot the thread of where you started. The beginning start. Maharaj dit
Many of us
the art,
know the arts
the
of
living art.
living with.
Donc Maharaj dit que beaucoup de dévots ne connaissent pas l'art vivant de vivre avec cette fréquence, cette vibration supérieure. Comment se connecter au Shabda Brahman en chantant. C'est-à-dire que réaliser que chaque mot du Mahamantra a une signification en fait. On a tendance à chanter juste comme ça, chanter sans vraiment connaître l'art de se connecter.
You explain precisely, I explain longer, but you explain essence by essence.
My memory is short.
No, but I feel that you just explained, presented the essence. Yeah.
This begs the question: how long will it take? As you know, as much as we're giving our lives and chanting 2 hours every day, before we get that ability.
Besides, let me answer. Do you want to translate his question, or everybody understands?
I didn't focus. Sorry. Vas-y, répète.
Combien de temps est-ce que c'est supposé prendre dans la mesure où on donne notre vie et on donne 2 heures chaque jour? Est-ce que cette pratique-là ne va pas automatiquement nous amener à nous donner l'habilité de connecter avec Shabda Brahman?
Okay, let me tell you. Let me try to explain in a very simple, easy way. Otherwise it gets very sophisticated. Okay, let's translate.
Donc Maharaj dit qu'il va expliquer de manière simple pour ne pas rentrer dans des explications trop sophistiquées.
Like the way a small child knows how to find some pleasure, how to find some happiness and pleasure from just ordinary playfulness, playful way. But when we grow up, we lose that ability. But in our childhood, they simply find out some great happiness from just ordinary plays. It's so meaningful to them. It just happens instinctively, spontaneously, and they remain engaged in that playing for hours, sometimes on his own, sometimes with others, in his own world. And a child will never continue playing with something if it doesn't derive any happiness, doesn't get any happiness. It's children's nature, how it does that.
Donc,
Yes.
Donc là, je donne l'exemple des enfants qui spontanément, c'est une chose innée, qu'ils vont jouer, ils peuvent rester, ils ont cet élan naturel à savoir comment jouer, ils vont s'adonner à un jeu pendant des heures et des heures sans jamais se lasser, soit seuls, soit avec d'autres. Et dès le moment où ils ne dérivent pas un plaisir du jeu, ils vont passer à autre chose. Et après, nous, les êtres humains, enfin, quand on grandit, quand on devient adulte, on perd cette habilité.
See, but kind of playfulness a child is getting so much happiness from, to us the grown-up person, oh, it's child's play. It's child's play. Although we also enjoy in a similar way in our own childhood. But when we grow up, because we lose that frequency, we do not anymore can connect, or we are no more motivated to be connecting to that frequency of child's happiness through the ordinary play. So we grow up, then we say, oh, it's child's play. We don't get anything. But at the same time, a child is getting so much instinctive, spontaneous way. Why? What makes the difference? Difference of attunement. Different frequencies.
Donc, un enfant, comme le mariage a expliqué, va être naturellement à dériver beaucoup de plaisir de jouer. Et quand on grandit, on dit oh c'est juste des jeux d'enfants. Et pourquoi pourtant nous on était comme ça aussi quand on était enfant, on dérivait beaucoup de plaisir dans le jeu. Et pourquoi ça? C'est parce que c'est une question d'attunement. Comment on dit en français attunement? Attunement. Attune, c'est quand tu connectes en fait. C'est comme dans la radio.
C'est ton diapason.
Voilà, c'est ça. La radio, tu mets sur la bonne chaîne, comment on dit ça en français? Fréquence. On ne se connecte pas à la fréquence. Voilà, quelque chose comme ça.
Yeah. When we try to catch certain radio stations, TV channels, sometimes we have to do very fine tuning the radio station. Okay, short wave, long wave, medium wave, short wave, medium wave, long wave. So you have to do the fine attunement. Then you can catch a frequency, full frequency, but very fine attunement. Then it happens. For TV channels also, fine attunement. Then everything is there. If you cannot connect to certain frequency, it's not there. Everything is there. But depending on your fine attunement with the frequency. Dimensions. Okay.
Donc j'ai pas le mot en fait de traduction attunement qui est très important. Non, c'est pas le vrai mot en français, mais en fait attunement c'est quand tu tournes le bouton comme ça et tu cherches et après tu te connectes. Attunement c'est quand tu rentres en fréquence. Quand tu captes, voilà c'est ça, capter. Donc c'est un art très subtil de s'accorder pour pouvoir capter cette fréquence, s'accorder à cette fréquence.
Similarly, we the devotees also need to have higher spiritual attunements. Spiritual attunements with higher spiritual frequencies, instead of remaining on the casual level, same casual, monotonous, conventional. Oh, I have seen it, nothing is there, kind of. Then, because we are not able to be discovering, to be properly in tune, to the proper frequency of the world of divine sound vibration, world of chanting, singing, so singing of the holy names and glories of their lordships.
Et donc, les dévots, en général, on peut rester dans la fréquence de monotonie, en fait. Oui, d'une routine monotone. Et donc, c'est tout un art de pouvoir se connecter. C'était quoi le mot déjà? Capter ces fréquences de la vibration sonore du chant des Saints Noms, des chants divins des Saints Noms de Radha et Krishna.
So one of the most important and vital spiritual principles of cultivation, principles of devotional cultivation is this, that besides following certain structure and stricture of regulative principles, regulated ways of chanting or singing all the time, also be more open-minded, open-hearted, be flexible, not in a excusing way, but be flexible in a more dynamic way, a natural way, and find out your own way of finding happiness from chanting, like the way a child finds out from happiness, from playfulness, ordinary things. If a child can do that, why we cannot do it? Okay, so everyone has individual way, constitutional nature, individual taste. So we also have to find out our own specific, distinct, individual ways of finding taste from the world of chanting, which way it is working, which way it should be working more, better for me. Play around seriously with motivations, with the feelings, with that motivation, devotional motivation, that I must find happiness, must find taste, feel taste in the holy beloved names of my beloved Lord. Why it's not happening? I must find it. Okay.
Et donc, on peut rester dans les règles et les régulations et s'adonner à la pratique comme ça, mais aussi, pourquoi pas ne pas être ouvert et être flexible à trouver notre propre manière qui est entièrement unique parce qu'on est un être individuel, tout comme un enfant qui va trouver lui-même son imagination, sa manière de trouver du plaisir dans le jeu. De la même manière, comment trouver avec détermination et avec focalisation, comment je peux obtenir du plaisir en chantant les Saints Noms. Comment je peux me connecter avec cette source de plaisir, d'apprécier, oui, d'avoir du plaisir en chantant. Donc, de rester flexible et ouvert et de trouver sa propre manière.
See, following the regulated ways, following the ways of with some stricture and structures are beneficial, but that's not everything. You know, during the training period, we follow certain rules, regulations, regulated ways, and structure and stricture system, and then at some point on the upper level of the training period, it becomes natural with you. So everything is like that. In the field of education, in the field of martial art, in the field of any job, in the beginning you have to follow certain strict discipline system, this way, that way. After sometimes you become that, it becomes you, becomes so natural in you, flowing, just flowing. So you don't have to be separately trying to do it because you become so expert. It becomes one with your character. You also become one when you become very expert. Yes?
Donc, Maharaj donne
Am I clear what I mean?
Maharaj donne l'exemple, par exemple, quand on a un nouveau travail, au début, bon, on suit toutes les règles, on est très structuré, on doit le faire comme ci, comme ça, c'est assez carré pour entrer dans le cadre de comment doivent être les choses. Et donc, quand on est au début, un sadhaka néophyte, on doit rentrer dans cette structure. Mais après, quand on développe une habilité, une connaissance du travail, eh ben le travail devient nous, et nous on est le travail, ça devient naturel et on le fait spontanément. et donc on peut, disons, expandre. Et de la même manière, quand on s'élève à un niveau un peu plus supérieur dans la bhakti, et ben c'est pareil.
There are many examples. Suppose, take the example of world of education. In the beginning, we learn each and every letter and memorize and this and that, and we know how to read each and every word. And then at some point, developed state, we can just be reading, everything flowing away. In the learning the process of language, during the learning, it's not so good and it is a tedious job, kind of a tedious job and extra labor. But after we learn a language, learn how to read, then we enjoy to be reading without, trying to recognize each and every letter and read each and every word. It becomes so natural. I just enjoy reading a novel in flow. I just enjoy speaking in our language. Okay? Even foreign language, when you learn after some time, when you become expert, we can feel, think, and will through in that language without translations. It happens in a natural way. Similarly, on the advanced stage of the cultivation of our devotional, of our devotional wealth, in other words, in the advanced stage of our devotional cultivation of devotional life, things flow more spontaneously, more natural way, with so much taste and happiness. It's self-evident. But we have to be learning arts and with proper motivations. We have to make a start, be in tune, and continue cultivation. And it will definitely happen. We definitely receive success. It's the promise of Lord. Okay, that we must be successful, fulfilled at some point.
Donc, là, je donne l'exemple, par exemple, quand on apprend une nouvelle langue, on va prêter attention à chaque mot et comment il s'accorde, et voilà, et c'est vraiment un petit peu, on trébuche un peu, on est maladroit, c'est comme commencer à marcher. Mais une fois qu'on a bien maîtrisé la langue, alors à ce moment-là, on peut ressentir, on peut penser, on peut s'exprimer, c'est un flow qui est fluide, naturel et spontané. Et de la même manière, donc quand on s'élève sur la voie spirituelle, eh bien de la même manière, on n'est plus accroché aux règles et régulations, on peut être beaucoup plus spontané, c'est quelque chose de naturel, qui ressort naturellement en nous.
See, she is a musician playing harmonium. I can also take that example. In the beginning of learning music, so many technicalities. This scale, that scale, sa re ga ma pa dha ni sa, all learning through some process and system. At the advanced stage, you just become that. You just enjoy singing, absorbed in singing happily without even looking at the reeds, harmonium reeds. Finger goes on in a very natural way. When Ravi Shankar playing sitar, just playing sitar in a natural way without even looking at or thinking how to play sitar, flowing, just more focusing on the raga instead of technicalities. Because he became so expert, so specialized, so one with that. It happened that way. So that we also have to be attaining the flow, natural flow of taste in the life of Krishna consciousness. Her loving devotion, ambrosial taste of ambrosial loving devotion. Accordingly, I'm just giving you some examples, material examples, just to give some idea towards how it may also happen in our life, to be receiving, naturally, spontaneously receiving some wonderful, loving, devotional taste.
Donc, là, je donne un autre exemple. Il dit, par exemple, Didi, ici, c'est une musicienne. Et donc, au début, quand on doit apprendre la musique, c'est sa li ga ma, et puis voilà, c'est chaque note, etc. On doit s'absorber. Mais une fois qu'on maîtrise la musique, on peut simplement s'absorber dans le kirtan, dans le chant, et les doigts, ils sont fluides, ils coulent tout seuls, on n'a même plus besoin d'y penser. De la même manière, il donne l'exemple aussi, par exemple, à la Vishankha, quand il jouait, ben, juste simplement il jouait, la musique et lui ne faisaient qu'un et c'était très fluide. Et de la même manière, dans la Bhakti aussi, la Bhakti, quand on est plus élevé dans la vie spirituelle, et ben, ça devient fluide aussi. On n'est pas accroché à chaque petite... on sort du cadre, en fait,
So
la
now
structure.
back to the real topic, how to find taste in chanting holy name. That. So, okay, following the regulatory principles, we are starting chanting holy names of the Lord. So now, the different ways of recommendation by Holy Scriptures. I am not going into details. Different ways. In the beginning, I should say, Thakur Bhaktivinoda nicely explained. Vidhi marga ratojane sadhinata ratna dane raga marge karana pravesh. From the Vidhi marga of the sadhana at some point, a certain special grace, mercy of the Lord also gives us entrance into the world of spontaneous loving devotion, in the world of our devotional cultivation. So, upon knowing our sincerity, whether or not we are able to do we are successful to do that, but we keep on trying with all sincerity. So Supreme Lord actually, He rewards us upon seeing that sincere trying endeavor one after another. He graces us, empowers with grace, and that grace leads us from Vidhi Marga world into the Raga Marga, a natural way. It happens. So many things to explain. So, which way it will take time. Please.
Donc, Maharaj dit que quand on suit justement ces principes, mais qu'on garde à l'esprit justement ce monde, cet univers entier de possibilités, de goût, d'ambroisie, eh bien, naturellement, si on s'y adonne avec sincérité et continuité, eh bien, on peut recevoir la grâce du Seigneur.
So, okay, let me not be so analytical, then I cannot come back to the main point.
Et comme c'est comme ça qu'on peut progresser de Vidhi Marg à Raga Marg.
So while we begin our chanting, there are different ways recommended by the Holy Scriptures according to different time, place, situations, and one's own individual constitutional nature and taste about how to engage in chanting or singing the holy names of Lord, Divine Couple.
Sorry, I missed the beginning, sorry.
Okay. While we are starting chanting or singing holy names of the Supreme Absolute Divine or Divine Couple. Okay.
Donc, quand on commence à chanter les noms sublimes de la vérité suprême et de Radha et Krishna, quand on commence à chanter,
we do it in following certain regulation. Okay, start chanting japa, uttering in mind, or singing. So then, we have to find out, besides all common ways, I repeat, besides our common ways of the regulative principles, structure and stricture of how to be chanting, engaging in chanting, singing japa. We also need to be finding out our own specific ways, my specific, special way, distinct way that I feel happiness from the chanting.
Donc,
discovering it, trying to, one can discover that.
Donc il y a une manière de chanter qui est commune, que tout le monde pratique, qu'on connaît tous, voilà, il faut faire comme ci et comme ça, mais le but c'est de trouver notre façon à nous qui est absolument unique, de se connecter, de quelque chose qui va nous apporter du plaisir.
We can do everything, we can take care of many things in our life, very important things in our life, something in a common way, common basic way, meant for everyone, and something in particular, according to my constitutional nature and taste.
Donc,
Both must be harmonized.
donc les deux doivent être harmonisés. La manière de base que tout le monde pratique, qui est bien connue, et de trouver une manière qui est selon notre constitution naturelle et notre constitution unique. Et donc harmoniser les deux.
So there are different ways recommended. Before engaging in chanting any holy name, when we become very conscious of the holy names we are chanting, conscious of the meanings, then as you are chanting, feeling into the meaning of each and every holy name, what you are chanting, then you know which you are connecting with. It's not just, it doesn't remain as some kind of obsolete sound vibration, something you don't understand, you don't know. Something like, how do you say, obsolete. Something,
Empty?
I mean, without any meaning, just some sound, meaningless sound. No. Each and every holy name has got great meanings, filled with infinite, divine meanings.
Donc ce qu'il
As
faut...
we become conscious that I am actually chanting this holy name, is meaning this, wonderful. Then you absorb into the meaning, you find some taste from chanting that.
Donc une des méthodes par exemple, c'est quand on chante, c'est de se rappeler, de se connecter avec la signification de chaque mot. Donc chaque mot, c'est pas juste une vibration vide et voilà, impersonnelle. Donc avec qui je suis en train de me connecter pour chaque mot comme ça. Et to connect with each word, their meaning, and then
and meditate on that.
Ouais.
Do the chanting with meditation.
Et méditer
Feelings into the meanings.
Et donc de ressentir des sentiments vis-à-vis de la signification de chaque mot et de méditer sur chaque mot, de rentrer en relation avec la personne de chaque mot.
Sometimes while we are chanting can also be contemplating on, happily meditating on certain leelas of the divine couple, some beautiful, wonderful pastimes, and carry our chanting through that mood. Okay. Other times, simply feel into the Sabda Brahma vibration of whether in a meaningful or meaningless way, just sound aspect, Sabda Brahma vibration of each and every holy name. Just feel into it.
Et donc une des méthodes aussi, c'est de se souvenir des lilas, d'un lila particulier de Radha Krishna, et une autre, c'est de se connecter avec la vibration sonore Shabda Brahman.
And keep on insisting to find some taste. Continue insisting with positive hope to be deriving some taste from that chanting or singing. It will appear at some point. Even momentarily, it can appear. It may not be staying for long, it may go away, but it will definitely be appearing momentarily even at least, giving you some idea of what it is. Most wonderful idea of the taste, how it is.
Donc il faut pratiquer ainsi avec continuité et détermination. Et à ce moment-là, on aura un résultat, on va ressentir des goûts. Même si c'est momentanément, ça nous donne un aperçu de ce qu'il y a plus.
Thakur Sila Bhakti beautifully described, other Guru Varga described how it works through their songs. Krishna Nam Dhare Kato Bhav Hridaya Hoite Bali Jihobar Agrite Chali Shabdurupe Nache Anukshan. In this way, Thakur Bhakti actually described all these from his own life experience, life realization. Nothing is described there out of some fine, beautiful imaginations, but from his live realizations. Okay? Described.
Et donc, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, il explique ça dans ses chants. Comment, oui, il nous parle de ses réalisations spirituelles.
The song is Krishna Nam Dhare Kato Bal Hriday Hoite Bali Jiyobara Kriti Chal Shabda Rupanachal. Starting with Krishna Nam Dhare Kato Bal. And Thakur Bhaktivinoda actually wrote many songs, many beautiful songs on Nama, Nipo, Guna, Lila, Parikar, Vaishishta. So one of them are focusing on the section of the holy names, of how to be chanting and singing, and what is the experience and feelings he was receiving from that word. He described, collecting from his own experience, realization, and he compassionately presented it to us.
Et donc, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, dans son immense compassion, il a offert, il a donné en fait tous les sentiments que lui il ressentait dans le domaine spirituel, et il l'a écrit dans ses chants. Et en lisant ces chants, on peut avoir une idée, c'est comme une fenêtre ouverte sur ces sentiments supérieurs.
Can you find out that song?
Okay.
On the internet, Krishna Nam Dhare Kato Bal.
Saranagati, isn't it? Saranagati, isn't it?
Saranagati or Kalyan Kalpata. Saranagati mostly. Yes, Saranagati should be.
How much power does Krishna's name possess? My heart constantly burns in the fire of mundane desire like a desert, scorched by the blazing sun. The name enters the core of my heart through the gateway of my ears upon being transmitted to me by Sri Guru, and showers incomparable nectar. Forcefully, the name moves from my heart to the tip of my tongue and continuously dances there in the form of sound. My voice falters in my throat, my body trembles violently, and my legs become unable to remain steady. Tears stream from my eyes, perspiration soaks my body, my hair stands on end, my complexion turns pale, my mind becomes dazed, a death-like state overtakes me, and my entire body becomes stunned by emotion. Although making such a severe disturbance externally, Krishna's name showers nectar upon my heart and submerges me in an ocean of prema. Krishna's name has prevented me from understanding anything, made me a madman, and stolen my heart and wealth. Such is the behavior of the name of whom I have taken shelter. I am not able to describe all this. Howsoever Krishna's whimsical name becomes pleased, that is my means of happiness, the basis of my endeavor to serve him. As a bud of the flower of prema, the name, the abode of wondrous rasa, manifests such power. Upon blossoming slightly further, the name shows me his personal form and qualities, stills my heart, and takes me to Krishna's side.
See. More?
Upon fully blossoming, the name takes me to Raj and shows me his divine pastimes. He gives me an eternal body, keeps me by Krishna's side, and completely destroys this material body, grants me supreme perfection. Krishna's name is the fulfiller of one's desire. He is a mind of all rasa. He is eternally liberated and an embodiment of spiritual rasa. If I die removing all offenses to the Nam from the hearts of the soul, I will be happy.
See, this is what happens on a very advanced level, a high level. But that's the goal. That's our goal, to experience such ambrosial taste. Okay? Through Krishna name, chanting and singing Krishna's holy name, being overwhelmed with the upsurge of divine bliss, that of eightfold symptoms, divine symptoms. But so that happens on a very high level. But it happens. And Thakur Bhaktivinoda also experienced
Donc, en fait, ce qu'on vient de lire, c'est des manifestations qui surgissent à un niveau très élevé. Mais c'est là pour nous montrer que ça existe, en fait. Et éventuellement, le dévot, il peut ressentir les 8 symptômes d'extase.
Okay, it's very high. It's very high level. Let us come down.
Donc ça, c'est un niveau très avancé. C'est important de connaître et de savoir que ça existe. Et maintenant, on va redescendre un petit peu vers la base.
Now, let us simply try. Let us try to be cultivating some taste, discovering some taste while chanting or singing holy names of Krishna. Just with all sincerity. That's what I'm not talking about.
Donc en fait, ce qu'on est en train d'essayer d'expliquer, c'est ce que Maharaj dit qu'il explique, c'est comment chanter en essayant de développer un goût.
Suppose see, it is quite easy, also quite difficult to do that attunement, depending on my intensity of desire, depending on my purity of the motive, whether I really want to connect or not, depending on motivating my sincere motivations.
Donc en fait, ça peut être très facile ou ça peut être très difficile. Tout dépend de notre motivation consciente de qu'est-ce qu'on veut.
If I really mean it, very seriously mean it with all my sincerity, a full heart that I would love to, oh Lord, please grant it, please let it happen. I would love to find some taste in your holy name. Please let it happen. With that prayerful heart, when in a meaningful way we are relating to the world of holy name, such as Hare, Srimati Radhe, oh beautiful mistress, divine goddess, my beloved divine goddess of all beauty, please bless me, have mercy on me. Krishna, oh all attractive Lord, why you are not attracting my heart? You are all attractive. I am a fit recipient of your mercy. Please be kindly attracting my heart. Be motivating, all sincerity, again and again, and chant Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, with feelings, instead of casual way. Or you look at some picture, beautiful portrait of Krishna. Oh, you are looking so beautiful. I am uttering your name, my Lord. You know that. Relate with feelings. You will find some taste. To say Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. It may not come all the time, speedy way. Okay, mechanized way of chanting all the time in a formal way. But you have to be specific. You have to have enter into some special mood of connection, relating to Krishna, trying to relate to Krishna, Radhika, with some devotional effort. It will happen. We all can try to experience. It will happen. So besides all the time speedy chanting, slow down, be flexible, and become so long, so please. No.
Donc, ce qui est important, c'est la sincérité de notre cœur. Donc, comment chanter du plus profond de notre cœur avec sincérité et notre motivation, c'est d'atteindre Radha et Krishna. Et donc, quand on chante, on dit « Oh Radharani, toi qui es si merveilleuse ». Et Maharaj, il parle de Radharani. « Oh toi déesse suprême, toi la plus magnifique, la plus belle, s'il te plaît ». Oh Krishna, toi qui es l'infiniment fascinant, tu es tout, oui, tu es infiniment fascinant et pourquoi mon cœur n'est pas attiré à toi. Et c'est comme ça qu'on doit chanter quand on chante le mantra.
See, when you look into the nature, I repeat, when we look into the nature of the great lives of the pure devotees, we find different wonderful dynamic ways of their chanting. Sometimes they chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. They are taking the whole Mahamantra as one being. Okay? Feeling into the one being, Hare Krishna, Krishna, without any separation from each other. Hare Krishna, no separation. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Then all of a sudden they say, Hare Krishna. They are not acting. The way Thakur Bhakti Vinod used to be chanting in Shananda Sukhada Kunja, in Godruma, in the Brahma Muhurta, sometimes crying out, calling out, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, meaningful way. Other people in the surroundings never would be waking up, okay, like a divinely mad man, out of feelings, again coming down. It's like waving, sometimes waving big, again becoming a bit peaceful and flowing, again waving big, flowing. So it's happening on different dimensions. The live way of chanting, we taste, manifesting different dimensions, different waves, different ways, colorful, wonderful, colorful, tasteful, with different flavors and different beauty, different flavors, different fragrance, different feelings. I cannot fully explain. That's how happening. So sometimes we also find in the other great lives, okay, first of all, complete.
Et donc on peut chanter comme ça de manière vite, ou des fois c'est important de ralentir un peu et de méditer et de vraiment savourer chaque nom avec conscience et avec absorption, avec intention très précise. Et on voit dans les acharyas, des fois quand ils chantent le mantra sans coupure. Donc le mantra c'est comme une entité en entier. Des fois, eh bien, ils vont chanter Krishna seulement et puis voilà, et avec une petite coupure, et c'est comme des vagues en fait. C'est des vagues de sentiments dévotionnels, de relations avec Krishna.
Sometimes, in the flow of, amidst the flow of their chanting or singing, they started, it's beginning to sing some beautiful verse, okay, wonderful sweet verse from the scripture, while absorbed in the mood of chanting flowing.
Et des fois, quand ils sont absorbés comme ça dans ces humeurs transcendantales, ils vont se mettre à chanter un chant dévotionnel.
So, what I'm saying, in the middle, amidst, in the flow of chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, all of it, time to time they're singing Tava Katha Mitam Tapta Jivanam Kavibhiritam Kalmashapaham Savana Mangalam Srimadatatam Bhavibhinam Tite Bhuridam Janaham. Again, Hare Krishna, Krishna. See the connections? It's a holistic connection. Again, at some point, Marashayamanu Madhuradhati Mandalamanu Madhurjame Manu Manu Nayanamritam Veni Mrijonu Mama Jivita Vallabhunu Krishno Yamabhudayate Mamalo Chanay, from Krishna Karnamritam. Atashama Virabhuchauri Smayamana Mukhambuja Pitambar Dharasagvi Sakshan Manmata Madhurang Vapurasya Vibho Madhurang Badanang Madhurang Visitasmitam Ekadahu Madhurang. Oh, Ahuschati Nalinana Padara Vindam Yogeshwaroi hriday vichintamagaadhugodhi samsara kubapatito taranavalamam geham jusham apimanashodiyat sadam. Very beautiful verses. The chanting inside, into in the middle, okay, of the flow of chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantram. The chanting and singing of Hare Krishna Mahamantra are becoming one with the meanings of so many other beautiful, wonderful verses describing, narrating Nama, Rupa, Guna, Leela, Parikar, Vaishishta of the divine couple, Mahaprabhu. See how living and how wholesome it is, how holistic it is. Chanting of Hare Krishna Mahamantra is no more remaining separate from the world of those beautiful, wonderful verses narrating divine Leela, Radha, Krishna, Mahaprabhu, taste.
Et donc on voit ces Vaishnavas, comme on a vu ici, Maharaj, donc ils chantent le Mahamantra et d'un seul coup, ils vont, comme ils sont tellement absorbés dans le chant des Saints Noms, ils vont rentrer dans une humeur particulière, ils vont goûter un certain goût et donc ils vont se lancer dans le chant, dans la récitation d'un mantra qui décrit Krishna, le monde spirituel. Et Maharaj, il a cité plusieurs versets comme ça.
Sometimes they are chanting a natural speed, the natural rhyme and rhythm, speed also varying. Sometimes in speed, fast way, sometimes slow motion.
Donc,
sometimes they're singling out each and every name. Hare Krishna, crying aloud. See, not following structure and stricture. Because the taste, spontaneous taste is making them acting in that way, natural, flowing, natural way, with so much taste, crying, laughing. Such things happen in the life of Thakur Bhakti Vinod, Narottam Das Thakur, and in the lives of our Guru Varga. So, beyond the casual way of following structure and stricture, it happens.
Donc, on voit dans la vie de grandes personnalités qui sont très élevées spirituellement, qu'ils ils vont pas chanter de manière mécanique. En fait, des fois ils vont chanter vite, des fois ils vont ralentir, des fois ils vont se lancer dans la récitation d'un mantra. Et en fait, parce qu'ils sont en train de surfer quelque part sur une vague complètement transcendantale et spirituelle. Donc, mais comment on atteint ce niveau? Bien sûr qu'on peut l'atteindre, mais comment on l'atteint justement, c'est en suivant une structure en fait, en suivant des étapes, une structure bien ordonnée. Mais dans ça, il faut laisser la place à la spontanéité, à la fluidité.
While we start chanting, let us believe Him. You also just grow deep faith, belief. Feel that faith. Now I'm going to chant, no ordinary sound. I'm going to chant actual holy names of my beloved Lord, the Supreme Divine. I'm going to chant the real holy names of my Supreme Beloved, the Supreme Divine Beloved. No ordinary words. These are no ordinary words. Have that deep faith, sublime belief and faith. Be situated in that. I'm going to enter into the world of Shabda Brahma. No ordinary, not the world of ordinary sound vibration. Divine, higher divine world called Shabda Brahma. I'm going to enter into that. Be situated in that mode and mode. Start chanting on Tulasi Beach. Hare Krishna Mahamantra, any holy name. Feeling, even Ma Yashoda, Nanda Maharaj, they called out by same name, called out Krishna by the same name, and I am going to chant the same name. How fortunate I am. So, feel into that, even through insistence, one after another, feel and dive deep. Try, at least be sincerely, keep on trying, never give up trying. Keep on trying of diving deep into that world of feelings.
Et donc, quand on chante le Mahamantra, il faut plonger profondément dans l'océan du nectar des Saints Noms et de chanter avec sentiment. comme ces Vaishnavas avancés, et avec insistance et continuité, de ne pas abandonner et de continuer à méditer ainsi, et de penser à Krishna, et de par exemple penser aux Mère Yashoda, elle appelait Krishna avec les mêmes, c'est le même nom Krishna que Mère Yashoda, elle appelait Krishna, et donc moi je suis en train de chanter ces noms, et voilà, de trouver sa manière unique pour dériver en fait un goût, et de se connecter à cette vague de sentiments spirituels transcendantaux.
Feeling into the reality, feeling, how to express.
Est-ce que est-ce que tu peux reprendre la traduction?
I will be stopping.
Je dois
So,
Est-ce que tu as
y aller.
see, such things cannot be truly discussed within stricture of the time limits.
Yes.
You know, it's nirguna, beyond all limits. I will try to be stopping in a few moments. Okay.
Et en fait,
So now I am also explaining with feelings now.
Oui, oui,
It's
oui.
live. I'm
Yes.
not explaining anything with speculation or intellectual way. Realistic feelings through feelings, as they are revealing through this humble servitor.
Donc Maharaj, il dit on peut pas, ces choses-là, on peut pas en discuter d'une manière dans un cadre structuré de contraintes de temps. Maharaj, il dit parce que là maintenant c'est vivant, il est en train de le vivre et ça descend en lui, dans son humble personne, ça descend et il le vit et il le donne avec sentiment.
So, sincerely trying to be at least. See, sincere trying is also counted within sadhana. Nobody can say, I cannot even try. One can say, I cannot be successful, I'm not being successful. But nobody can say, I cannot even try. Everybody has the ability to be trying. Then that becomes converted into success at some point.
Donc en fait, il ne faut pas abandonner ce processus, il faut continuer, il faut essayer, et réessayer, et ultimement on obtiendra le succès.
No hi kalyanakit kaschit durgatim tatu gacchati. So Guru Maharaj many times often explains sincerity, the higher spiritual world, in the world of higher spiritual cultivation, divine cultivation, sincerity is invincible. Invincible, it has got so much power.
Et donc la sincérité est invincible, elle a beaucoup de puissance.
So while beginning to be chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantram or any holy names of the Lord, be into the feelings, try to be entering into the feelings of the meanings of the world of the holy names as much as possible, or simply be trying to be feeling some taste with conscious motivation. This is the holy name of my beloved, of my supreme beloved Lord. So I am connecting to my beloved through this holy name as I call out my beloved in my life, and that becomes so meaningful, tasteful when I call some beloved, even to think of my beloved. He is my supreme beloved. I must find some taste. Just be motivated, taste will come. It will come in a natural way because of your sincere hankering, sincere self-motivation to have that. If we are not even motivated in a conscious way in the first place, casual, not focused, then why I am not wanting it? Why should it come to me? Insistence is required. Devotion has to be there. Insistence.
Donc,
Trying has to be there. Then it will happen.
Donc il faut faire un effort, un gros effort avec insistance Et donc, quand on chante, il faut chanter avec dévotion, avec sentiment et réaliser, je suis en train de chanter les noms de mon Seigneur suprême, de mon bien-aimé. Tout comme quand on appelle notre bien-aimé, ça a une signification, on appelle avec des sentiments. Et de la même manière, avec insistance, il faut continuer à chanter le Mahamantra comme ça, et parce qu'on doit chercher ce goût.
Some taste will definitely appear, whether at this moment or next moment, today or tomorrow.
Et donc, en fait, on va avoir un résultat, que ce soit aujourd'hui ou demain, mais on va avoir un résultat.
At some very, very, very invaluable, fortunate moments, that experience of taste will appear, maybe in the form of glimpse, maybe momentarily, but it will appear as we continue with sincere trial, endeavors, through our insistence, hankering insistence.
Et donc, quand on
motivated to want, to be hankering, being, talk to ourselves, make self-motivation, conscious way.
Donc, on doit se motiver consciemment de développer ce languir, en fait. On dit languir? Oui, voilà.
Nama, Rupa, Guna, Lila, Parikar, Vaishishta, all are interconnected as like one being, distinctive levels, distinctive dimensions, but one being. Okay, all these aspects, the sound aspects, form aspects, visual aspects, feeling aspects, and realizing aspects of the Leela of the divine couple, all are unified together in chanting and singing of the holy names. Okay, from Nama, Rupa, Guna, Leela, for tasting of the qualities. So,
donc tout est contenu dans le Mahamantra. Il y a la forme du Seigneur, ses divertissements, ses qualités.
It's not just only sound aspect. While we are chanting, while we engage in chanting holy names or singing, it just doesn't only relate to sound aspect of Krishna, but it also relates. Instantly, we're relating to other aspects, Nama, Rupa aspects, Guna aspects, Leela, Parikara, Vaishishta, all those aspects, unified way, in a very harmonious way, like in a concert, like in a musical concert. They flow in a very intimately interrelated, harmonious, concert-like way.
Et donc, quand on chante le Mahamantra, ce n'est pas seulement se concentrer sur la vibration sonore, mais c'est d'avoir conscience que de se connecter sur la forme du Seigneur, ses qualités, ses lilas et tous ses parikages, tous ses associés. Et donc, ça forme une unité ensemble, tout comme dans un concert, c'est une unité.
I found some devotee in Vrindavan, I remember. Sometimes examples, not always, but sometimes examples are better than so many ways of explanations. In Vrindavan, I saw a devotee engaging in services, different services to the Lord, all the time chanting Radhe, 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 without caring who will think what. Radhe, 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 Radhe. Looking at his face, some joy reflecting, spontaneous joy reflecting in that while doing other things. Okay, so he was not even a very high-class exalted devotee, nice sadhaka, but finding some taste, we could feel from his facial appearance, some joy reflecting, just to be chanting Radhe, Radhe. Then at some point, Sham Milade Radhe, 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 Sham Milade Radhe, Radhe, Sham. Happening, yes.
Et donc, Maharaj dit des fois, c'est bien de donner des exemples pratiques, c'est mieux que de longues explications. Et une fois, il a rencontré un dévot qui, lorsqu'il s'affairait à ses occupations, son service, il chantait tout le temps Radhe, 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 Radhe. Et Maharaj, en le regardant, il a vu que dans son visage, sur son visage, il avait une expression de joie en fait. Et donc seulement de voir ça, on voyait que c'était pas un dévot très exalté, c'était un sadhaka, mais on pouvait voir que déjà il avait un goût.
Then at some point, some other devotee wanted to stop him, saying, "Why all the time you are so loudly chanting Radhe, Radhe? You want to show yourself as you are a great devotee? Others are not great devotee, you are making advertisement." Then it caught my attention. I immediately asked that devotee, in a gentle way, I would ask, "Don't stop him, don't stop him." Okay, then he listened. He stopped, he became silent for a while and went away. Again started chanting Radhe, Radhe, without trying to draw anyone's attention or making any self-advertisement, just finding taste in that. Cannot live without that. Okay, he did not make any argument with the other devotee who was being more external type and trying to, "Oh, don't be always crying out, you can chant softly." I rather call that devotee saying, "You don't stop what you are doing. You don't know what taste he is. You should also be following him instead of stopping him. It's not his time to make self-advertisement. It's just some spontaneous taste, like a divine mad devotee. He's doing it without trying to make a point. Look at me, what great devotee I am." See, now he just went away, distant place. Again he's chanting. Okay. So then the devotee realized, "Yes, Maharaj." I said, "Never try to stop. When you find a devotee in that mood, oh, it's so fortunate. You should also have that."
Et donc il y a un dévot qui l'a approché et il lui dit, mais pourquoi tu chantes comme ça, toujours Radhe Radhe, très fort comme ça, tu peux pas chanter calmement, est-ce que tu veux te manifester que tu es un dévot plus avancé que les autres, tu penses que les autres n'ont pas aussi une dévotion comme toi?
Few more moments. Yes. That's it. Now it is conflict between Vidya and Raghumargo.
Et donc Maharaj, il a intervenu, il dit non, 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 surtout ne l'arrête pas de chanter, laisse-le chanter, tu vois pas qu'il a un goût spontané, on le voit. Et donc le dévot, il n'a pas argumenté, le dévot qui chantait, il est parti un peu plus loin, il a arrêté de chanter tout de suite, sur le moment, il est parti un peu plus loin, il a continué, Radhe, Radhe. Et donc Maharaj lui a dit, ne jamais n'arrête un dévot comme ça, laisse-le chanter. En fait, c'est toi qui devrais suivre son exemple.
I found another devotee chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantram nicely. All of a sudden, his attention was drawn to a beautiful portrait of Krishna on the wall. It was very beautiful indeed. I also looked at the portrait. So he was looking so beautiful. In the course, in the flow of chanting, went in front of the portrait, started looking at, and almost relating to Krishna. You are looking today so beautiful. You are looking more beautiful, as if that portrait of Krishna was manifesting, mystically manifesting some special beauty. Okay, through vision, he was having some vision. Oh Krishna, today you are looking so more beautiful, laughing, and so joyful, and chanting, and looking at Krishna, and looking at Srimati Radharani, and chanting. See, becoming living. Now relating to the Rupa aspect.
Can I translate that?
Yes.
Donc une fois Maharaj, il a vu aussi.
Practically happening, experiencing.
Donc une fois Maharaj, il a vu d'un exemple très concret et vivant, il a vu un dévot qui chantait comme ça sur son mala et il a vu un très beau portrait de Krishna. Et donc il s'est approché de ce portrait, il a dit, oh Krishna, aujourd'hui tu as l'air tellement beau. Et en fait, il avait une vision de Krishna, et Krishna, lui, voilà, il avait une interaction avec Krishna, et puis d'un seul coup, il s'est mis à chanter avec joie, et il disait oh Radha, et il avait un sourire, il était joyeux, il était en train de goûter quelque chose.
And spontaneously started singing. Adharam madhuram, badanam madhuram, nayanam madhuram, ashitam madhuram, hridayam madhuram, gamanam madhuram, madhuradipate, akhilam madhuram. This way, being in the bhava, while chanting Mahamantra, the next moment, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So much finding, so much taste. See, in tune.
Et donc,
Chanting Mahamantra, entunement to that frequency of appreciation of Nama, Rupa, qualification, qualities, Guna, Lila, Parikar, Vaishishta, all coming, happening.
et donc ce dévot, il était, on a vu le lendemain aussi, il se lançait spontanément dans le chant de Madhura Madhura, et qu'on voyait qu'il était dans un bhava en fait, il était dans une joie, et il chantait, il continue à chanter les Saints Noms dans ce bhava.
And that was the real, original way of Mahaprabhu's Sankirtana, Lord Chaitanya Sankirtana. No casual way of chanting or singing or any kind of formal dancing, but with feelings, taste.
Et c'est ça le mouvement de Sankirtan originel de Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. C'est pas de chanter d'une manière monotone, mais c'est de chanter et de danser avec sentiment.
Each and every point, each and every steps or levels of Sankirtana presented by Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, I repeat, each and every level and phases of the Sankirtana mercifully presented by Lord Chaitanya are so alive with taste. Not all the time Hare Krishna Mahamantram, singing Hare Krishna Mahamantram, but actually they are singing Hare Krishna Mahamantram in different sense, different ways. All are one, okay? All are together in the holistic, full-fledged view of the whole ambrosial truth of Krishna's holy name. All are one, into one being. So, they are also chanting same Hare Krishna Mahamantram through different words, to different devotional songs. So, and they also sing. They chant Hare Krishna Mahamantram. They also sing other devotional songs. Okay, so much taste, so much joy singing all other devotional songs in relation to Hare Krishna Mahamantram. And also singing, chantings, and often becoming singing of Hare Krishna Mahamantram in relation to other devotional songs. That the whole world, they all come together, harmoniously unified, and they're flowing from one to another, coming back, flowing back like in a concert, in different dimensions, different flavors, different beauty, different levels of beauties and taste, colorful beauty, taste, flavors, fragrance, transcendental experience, cannot be fully comprehended. That was Mahaprabhu's Sankirtana. Not just formal way of chanting or singing. And that's what we find in Chaitanya Charitamrita, Chaitanya Bhagavad. That's the kind of description. That's the quality of the description, live description we find in the Sankirtana movement, Sankirtana activity of Mahaprabhu. along with his near and dear associates, beloved associates. Okay, full of divine ecstasy, devotional bliss, love bliss. I became very long, but I know you are very qualified and able.
I'll say the essence. Dans le mouvement de Sankirtan de Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, c'est pas qu'il chantait de manière juste le Mahamantra comme ça, direct, pur et direct. En fait, c'était un flow, c'était c'était fluide en fait. Donc, il chantait le Mahamantra à travers des danses, à travers le chant d'autres mantras et des chants Vaishnav et l'association des dévots et les danses. Et donc, c'est vraiment quelque chose de fluide qui forme un tout de bliss et d'extase.
So that was the character, real character, the nature of this Krishna Sankirtana, not just introduced, presented by Mahaprabhu. Therefore it is described. The quality, character is described in the first, very, very beautifully in the first verse of Shikshastakam, especially by the two lines. Anandam buddhivardhanam, Anandam buddhivardhanam pratipadam purnamrita swadanam, sarvatmasnapanam, parang vijayate, Sri Krishna Sankirtanam. Should I stop? I can go on and on.
Oh, it's getting very
It
late.
is endless. Taste is endless.
Yeah.
So described, beautifully described in all verses of Shiksha, specifically in the first verse, and also by the last verse, conclusive verse of Shikshastakam. Aslishava padaratam pinastumam adarsanan marmahatam karotu vam jatha tatha va vidadhatulam pata mat prananathstu saivana. And the last verse, another epitome experience of the ecstatic love of Krishna, blissful love of Krishna in the blissful mood, in the very esoteric bhav of Srimati Radhika, esoteric innermost ecstatic love of Srimati Radhika for Krishna. Okay. Through Atmanivedanam, through full-fledged ecstatic love dedication to Krishna of Srimati Radhika. That is what is represented, manifesting intimately through that verse. Aslishava Padaratam. First verse, last verse. Oh. So they are complementary to each other.
I'm not qualified to translate, Maharaj.
And that is another world of ambrosia, another world of the nectar, supreme nectar, world of Aslishava Padaratam, Vinashtama Madarshana, Marmahatam Kalutava, Jatha Tatha Va Vidadhadulam Patu, Mat Prananathastu Saivana. Even apparently abusive term like lampato is carrying the highest ambrosial meaning, in ecstatic love with Krishna. Even that, what level of verse is that? Very innermost. We can only pay our obeisance, full prostrated obeisance to the world of this verse from far distance with all reverence. With all reverence. If we receive their approval, gracious approval, then only we can enter into that world. Otherwise we cannot be venturing of entering into that highest world of ecstatic love reciprocation. Yes. So প্রিয়া যদি মান করি করয়ে ভৎসন, প্রিয়া যদি মান করি করয়ে ভৎসন, বেদস্তুতি হইতে হরে সেই মোর মন। When my beloved concert, my beloved is chastising me using some apparently harsh word. Repeat. When my beloved is chastising me, lovingly chastising me, apparently through harsh words, but with so much blissful, unbridled, blissful love. My mind and heart all are stolen, irresistibly attracted by that, stolen by that, and I relish it much, much more than so many hymns manifested through the Vedic literatures. They are more tasty, much more attractive towards me to hear those apparently harsh words from my beloved out of their great loving claim, their feelings of painful love. Okay, so they cannot take it, so they chastise me using some chastising words. But I simply love and love. I take so much love, unlimited love. I feel unlimited taste of love, ecstatic love, just to be hearing those words from them, taking them to my heart, and I relish it so much. I receive so much bliss from those. I cannot even receive my taste, my so much happiness, even from the great hymns glorifying me through the Vedic literatures, other literatures. That is the world of the Aslishava Padarata. Epitome of humility, final, to say, the highest realm, highest level, epitome of all humility and ecstatic love, dedication of Srimati Radhika towards Krishna, and at the same time, the way addressing Supreme Beloved, full of love claim, full of ecstatic love claim, Tumi to Amar. In the first level, Ami to Tomar, I am belonging to you, my Lord. I fully belong to you. At the next level coming, Tumi to Amar, you also fully belonging to me. You are my beloved. You are my beloved. You cannot go away. You are none other than my beloved. So, as I am fully belonging to you, you also must be fully belonging to me. You are mine. Tumi to Amar, that mode. Thakur Bhakti Vinod Thakur beautifully described in the song of Atmanivedana Tuva Padekoli in the last line. So, that is also there in the world of the meanings of the verse, Aslishava Padaratham. Some way. Whatever way you behave with me, after all, you are my supreme beloved. I cannot live without you. I cannot live my life without you. You also cannot live without me. You cannot be living your life without me. How can it be impossible? Very high. Can only pay our prostrated obeisance, wholehearted obeisance with full reverence from distance to that world. Bhugo Dishepi. I humbly remain here. Otherwise I will be going on and on. Humbly remain here. Jai Gaura Nityananda. Jai Gaura Nityananda Gadadhara Panchatattva. Radha Madan Mohan, Radha Govinda, Radha Govinda. Lord Guru Bhargava Guru Maharaj Shapa Prabhupada Guru Bhargava Ki Jai.
Jai Bhaktinandan Swami ki Jai.
All glories to the assembly devotee. Hare Krishna.